Referee Matt Rossley will get us underway in just a moment. Rochdale Hornets have won only one game so far this season, but that was their last league match here against Barrow. They're off and underway. Some of the Rochdale players today have been working all day before rushing down to the ground. Plasterers join us. A couple of the players fitting fireplaces, a couple of teachers working till 3:30. And they're ready to get underway. It's Rochdale against Toronto. Rochdale looking for a big upset win. The Wolfpack aiming high for the top of the pile.
Well, a lot of reasons why Rochdale will want to do well. Worldwide television, all the teachers enjoying as you're talking about. It's their day in the sun. There'll be no short of his motivation here. Lewis Palfrey looking for his kicking tee, let alone that. I wonder if that came from one of the schools, but there he goes. He's just arrived to put the ball onto the Wolfpack to receive the first kick.
So here we go, and just have a look at this pitch. It is arguably the best pitch in the Rugby League. Well, they've got the short kick-off, and they come up trumps as well. Well, that was unexpected, certainly as far as the Wolfpack are concerned, and Middlehurst comes up with the ball. The Moors at dummy half. Well, that was impressive.
Impressive start.
Yeah, it caught the Wolfpack cold for sure.
Short kick-off.
And here's Moores, and the ball finds Luke Adamson trying to come across the line. But the Wolfpack forced to defend early on here. A short kick-off from Palfrey. Moores at dummy half, and Rochdale expansion there with Brickhill trying to come into the line and get the ball away. But the Wolfpack here under a bit of pressure in the early stages of this match, and here is, as you would expect, Luke Adamson. Played over 100 games for Salford in the Super League. Little kick over to the corner, and well, it's fumbled. Is there going to be a try? And it could well be.
It certainly is.
The first try of the match for Earl Hurst. Earl Hurst gets Rochdale on the board inside 4 minutes. Brilliant kick-off, and then a brilliant kick, and the try for Hurst. And would you believe it? Rochdale leads 4-0.
Ah, well played, Rochdale. Right from the kick-off, they'd gone short, took the Wolfpack by surprise, couldn't clean it up, and certainly couldn't clean up the Palfrey kick here. Kay spills the ball, and Hurst just has to get it down in essence to that, and he'll be disappointed, that Liam Kay. But great work from Hurst. There's the fumble, there's the knock-on, there's the wriggle, there's the raggle, and there's the try. Here's Palfrey's kick on the button.
Well, you were talking about Palfrey before. He grew up, didn't he? Tough schooling at Wigan, and he's making a name for himself here, and he's going to attempt the conversion off the touchline. But Earl Hurst with the try for Rochdale. I would imagine most, if not all, those Toronto Wolfpack players stunned behind the post. That looks pretty good from here, and it is in off the post. Well, the perfect start for Palfrey from the kick-off, and with the conversion, and with the kick that created the try. 3 brilliant kicks from the number 6, Lewis Palfrey. One terrific try from Earl Hurst after 70 seconds, and Rochdale leads 6-0.
Yep. Some great kicking from Palfrey there. Not just goal kicking, but the place kicking that he had. Right from the kick-off, nailed it. Nailed the kick to the corner, and nailed his goal kick. Great start for Palfrey.
Well, that's a blow. That is a blow, I think, for Toronto. Gary Wheeler has gone off after just 2 minutes. Now, Wheeler was making his first appearance of the season. He'd been suffering from foot and ankle problems. He's been hit hard by injuries, but Whiting's on and Wheeler's off. And you know, Brian was saying that he wanted to see Gary Wheeler out there. Maybe he's come back a bit too soon, I don't know, but he's obviously picked up a recurrence of an injury. That is a blow, as Hurst will run the ball out for Rochdale Hornets. So Wheeler off, Whiting on, Brian.
Yeah, it is a blow. Needs to be assessed as to how badly injured he is, but he's spent a long time trying to get fit to get out there as Gary Wheeler. And unfortunately, his record shows that he doesn't stay out there too long at the moment. So that's disappointing for him and disappointing for everybody else.
So 6-0 in favour of Rochdale. It may be an arm injury, maybe a new injury. That would be awful, because he was trying to stop the try along with Liam Kay, wasn't he? Now here is O'Brien and Kay trying to run the ball out. Gareth O'Brien rather at dummy half, and then Ryan Briley bringing the ball out.
His first touch in Wolfpack colours for O'Brien, linking up in the backfield.
And there is Gary Wheeler. Looks like his right arm. We'll keep you posted on that. The first real chance, as Brian said, the first touch of the ball for Gareth O'Brien, and the first real attack here for the Wolfpack. Here is, that's a good run, but he's dropped the ball. Mistakes and discipline, and the result is a penalty. Jack Bussey again, the man penalised.
Well, it's not exactly the start the Wolfpack wanted. Ackers drops the ball here, and I think there's a penalty, contact with the head. Referees are very keen on that at the moment, and whilst there's nothing malicious in it, clearly did touch his head.
Well, just telling me the Wolfpack defensive line to get back the full 10. And here is the try scorer. Does well, beats 1 or 2, eventually brought down. And it was my tour with the tackle. It was really interesting that Dave Allen and Luke Adamson, the two experienced players in the Hornets pack, have been involved in pretty much everything, but there's a mistake. It was the short pass from Joe Tyra, the error, and that's relief, I think, for Toronto.
Well, it's a scruffy start from them, and Rochdale are enthusiastic, as would be at the start of the game. They've got Tyra tries to get.
Yeah, it was Tyra trying to.
Well, I think it was Mitchell. Tyra trying to put Mitchell
through the gap, yeah.
That's right, and he just couldn't hang on to it, could he?
Lee Mitchell. Here's another ex-Warrington player. He was on dual reg with the Hornets last year, signed full-time for 2018. And 6-0 it is, the whirlwind start for Rochdale Hornets, with possibly the lowest playing budget in the Championship against arguably the biggest playing budget in the Championship. But we know that the Wolfpack will grow into this game. Here is Liam Kay, 2 hat-tricks already. Ashton Sims, he's settled in, hasn't he? He's really enjoying his rugby with the Wolfpack.
Yeah, he's been great as Ashton Sims, leading from the front.
That looked forward. It was, yes. It was Ackers there with the forward pass. Referee and the touch judge spotting that. No arguments really, that was forward.
Well, you saw it, didn't you, Stu? With those bends uneven, you saw it.
But it's been a scrappy start, certainly, from the Toronto Wolfpack. We've seen drop balls, we've seen a forward pass, we've seen a penalty given away, lack of concentration at the kickoff. But all credit to Rochdale, they've come out at 100 miles an hour here, haven't they? And they're looking to hit Toronto hard. And there is the run from Dion Cross, right winger. Not afraid to face up to the Wolfpack, certainly.
No, absolutely not. Why wouldn't you? Early on, yeah, absolutely.
Here is Joe Tyra, but he's made the mistake, and well, it's an error-thon, a knock-on-a-thon at the moment.
Seems to be up, doesn't it?
6-0 though, Rochdale with the lead. That try after 70 seconds from Earl Hurst, but here come the Wolfpack. Quick hands from McCrone, and run on the far side. Bussey. Lining up on both sides. Which way will they go? It's a penalty, just holding on a little bit in the tackle.
I was about to call the penalty myself. I'm thinking he's been a little bit generous in the time he's allowing to the Rochdale players to hold them down. And so 6 more now. First test for this Rochdale defence. Back-to-back sets on their own line.
McCrone, here Here's O'Brien. Well, he was through the gap, wasn't he? Just slipped.
Fell over.
He did. Quick play of the ball. And it's looking ominous here for Rochdale. Here is Ackers. They come to the left-hand side, and a little sidestep and a little shimmy there from Briley. That's a brilliant offload there for O'Brien. O'Brien goes for the line. Desperate Hornets defence. A good combination there, and McCrone, that's a fine pass out to the far side. He's got QLT outside him, but Worthington couldn't get the ball out. He's going to be held up, I think, over the try line. There's good defending again there from Rochdale.
Great scramble defence from Rochdale. Worthington trying to man his way over, power his way over, but 4 red, white and blue jumpers
Brickle and
stop him.
And Masson were excellent there in keeping him out. Kick comes in from McCrone, and well, it's taken by Whiting. Whiting feeds Kay, and that's a terrific try. Well, Whiting's only on because of an injury to Gary Wheeler. McCrone with the kick, Whiting with a terrific catch and offload, and Liam Kay in at the corner for his 9th try of the season.
Well, we talked about the kick of Palfrey. Now McCrone's swap spoons, if you like, because he's kicked a great kick out, but Richard Whiting leaps, but not only leaps, catches the ball, and has the awareness to flick the ball out to Liam Kay, who has to catch it because it's not the easiest of catches. And here's the kick, here's the catch, here he comes on, and there's the pass from Whiting, and great dive in from Liam Kay. There's Briley with the kick. I said it was McCrone, it wasn't, it was Briley. Whiting, offload, try.
Yeah, absolutely terrific, it really was.
Great kick from Ryan Briley.
Ryan Briley will try and add the extras. Well taken, Liam Kay. Briley with 30 goals already this season, and has really enjoyed taking on the responsibility as well of the goal kicking, hasn't he? After the
let's not forget that the new signing can goal kick as well. He was Salford's goal kicker, so your job, mate, till you lose it, I suppose.
Gareth O'Brien, a great kicker. One of the great drop goals in the history of Super League. To keep Salford up in the £1 million game against Hull KR a couple of years ago. And that is just squeezing in the right-hand post, so we have a level game, 11 minutes on the clock. Rochdale 6, Toronto 6. And yet another try for Liam Kay.
Well, there you go, here's a kick from Briley. Boom. Good thump, good 9-iron. Richard Whiting deserves all the plaudits there.
So 6 apiece. It's a really hanging kick, and well taken. Gareth O'Brien taking the responsibility. No lack of concentration from the kick-off this time, but enjoyable game. There's 6 apiece. And here is Sims. Well, let's get an injury update. Let's go and join Matt Shaw, touchline.
Yeah, serious concern on the touchline here. Gary Wheeler went off in the opening minutes. It doesn't look like he is going to continue. He's got a bicep injury. He's got it strapped up and it's iced as well. So unlikely we'll see him. They don't know exactly the damage. Meanwhile, Adam Hickson, who was due to play in this game, he pulled out in the warm-up. He's had a groin injury which has kept him out for a few games. He will play no part in this game either.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. Keep you on it today. But that is a blow for the Wolfpack and for Gary Wheeler. He has no luck. And Briley with a kick through towards the line, and it was well left by Declan Kay. 6 apiece it remains, so a bicep injury, literally 90 seconds into his comeback in his first game of the season. Gary Wheeler was plagued by injuries when he was a top player with St Helens and with Warrington, and it really is unfortunate for the young man. 6 apiece though. A good start from both, but Rochdale certainly holding their own. Morgan Smith, you may notice there's a Rochdale player without a number on their back. As the ball comes out, the referee will say it's a knock on, it's an error. That could be really, really important. It's the errors creeping into the Rochdale game. Yeah, there's a Rochdale player, a scrum half, Morgan Smith, on dual registration from Warrington. He has no number on his back. It should be 27. I think they've forgotten the thread and the cotton.
Let's imagine he's 27. Let's imagine he's number 7. He's a scrum half.
How important has been the combination of Briley and McCrone this season?
Yeah, well, he's certainly grown. They're hoping that Gareth O'Brien will add to that combination as well, and with the return of Blake Wallace in the near future, that adds a little bit of flexibility. QRT clearly emergency winger tonight.
Here is Bussey. Bussey, always busy. And he is, loves to be involved, doesn't he? Jack Bussey. Here come the ball back again. Quick hands, but that was an error, I think. The ball was put down.
Yeah.
Matua trying to, I think, was just a little bit too quick for the ball. He was trying to catch it behind him. It wasn't the best of passes, was it?
He just crowded Macron a little bit, did Rennie there, and so the ball is a pressure pass, and he has to lean back for it to get there. So there's a little bit of clunkiness there.
So 15 minutes or so on the clock. Cross from the scrum for Rochdale Hornets. Coach Alan Kilshaw has been here for 3 years. It's a labour of love, isn't it? As they've tried to consolidate their place and stay in the championship. Rochdale earned their spot in the championship with one of the big shocks in modern times when they won a playoff in Toulouse, you may remember.
I do remember. Yeah. Shock result that, wasn't it?
It was. So they're here on merit, make no mistake. Putting some pressure on again here. Palfrey with a kick through. It's a good kick. It's watched over the sidelines by Gareth O'Brien, but impressive so far from the home side.
Coach, you mentioned Coach Kilshaw. He'll be pleased with this start. We're 15 or so minutes into the game, and they'll be thrilled that it's still 6-all, and they're fighting every inch, aren't they?
Well, they suffered a couple of heavy defeats. Rochdale losing at home to Dewsbury and then heavily conceding 50 points in Toulouse. Ran Halifax very, very close here before finally getting that elusive win, beating Barrow 24 points to 12. So it's all about consolidation. I think Rochdale actually owned by the supporters. It's supporter-owned and run. So at the moment, the extent of their ambition is to stay in this division. They're looking for investment, and then they may make a run for it and have a go at Super League. But it's survival for 2018 that matters for Rochdale at the moment. Of course, the Wolfpack are aiming high. They want Super League, and they want it in 2019. On halfway, on the last, 6 apiece, looking for a penalty. The ball comes back to Briley. That's a high hanging tester. It is. Here comes Kay, takes it well.
Great catch.
Yeah, Declan Kay, normally a winger.
Never looked like dropping it, did he?
No, he's
lined himself up, got himself in position, swallowed the ball up, and got bashed for his troubles at the end of it.
He plays on the wing.
There you go. There's the catch. Great catch.
Deputising for the Italian international Richard Lepori, who's serving a one-match ban. Lepori, after getting involved and throwing a punch in their win over Barrow. So he's sitting this one out, which is why Kay is on the wing. 6 apiece. Not as cold as I thought it would be, actually. It's a pretty pleasant evening for...
Well, the beast has gone, hasn't he, Stu?
Yeah.
The beast from the east, or the hysteria from Siberia?
I prefer the latter. Smith with the kick downfield. The referee was saying that was all right. He got the kick away. Run out there by Gareth O'Brien. Has he settled in, O'Brien?
Yeah, he appears to have done.
Well, now Whiting, suspicion of a forward pass, but the ball back is for Kay. Brought down on halfway. Here at Spotland, home of Rochdale Hornets. There is Bussey again. He really does like to get involved in everything.
Busy, isn't he?
Yeah, you barely see him. Successive plays without ball in hand. That's a chance now. QLT, has he got the pace on the outside? Ball goes inside, and Toronto keep hold of the ball, but that was lightning quick off the mark there from QLT. And Ashton Sims now, as the Wolfpack look to hit the front for the first time. It's on the last little dig towards the corner. Kay goes up for it, and I think that came off the Toronto winger. It did, and that'll be a tap 20. Rochdale will get the ball back. They defended well there because Toronto just building ahead of steam.
Well, it was Macron this time with the kick. A fine kick, and it's just a competition between the defender and the attacker knocked it on.
The next two games for the Wolfpack, huge. And Toronto caught offside. It was about Briley was the man. Briley and Sims offside, so a penalty for the home side, and it's Morgan Smith with a kick downfield. Featherstone Good Friday, Toulouse on Easter Monday, and I guess after that you'll have a better idea of how things are going to be shaping up for the Toronto Wolfpack this year.
Well, the two big fixtures, good fixtures. This is a good fixture. There's 60 minutes to go in this one yet, Stuart, so lots to play for. Rochdale clearly won't have their say in this game, and are having at the moment. Attacking field position, only the second time in this game for them.
Well, they scored with the first after 70 seconds. That was Dave Allen getting involved. Well, certainly causing, with ball in hand, a few problems for the Wolfpack. And Smith with a short pass there. And is that a try? It may well be, you know. I think the referee is going to give it. He snuck through the defence. It may well be Middlehurst who's got the try.
Middlehurst has got the ball over, hasn't he?
It was a little short drop-off pass from Morgan Smith. And Middlehurst found a gap. 2 attacks, 2 tries. And Rochdale in front again.
Well, it's only the second time they've been down here, and now they've run the ball at this Wolfpack defensive line. And here you go. She just calls the back of Moran. I think it's Worthington that can't wrap him up. He gets dragged over the line. Going at the line. Middlehurst wasn't going to be stopped. Fights to get the ball down. He's on his back. Did he get it down? The referee said he did. There's more at the line. There's Middlehurst at the line. Has he got the ball down? Has he got the ball down? Has he got the ball down?
The referee?
The referee said yes, so that's the one that counts, but the pictures are not saying that at the moment.
Smith with a short pass. It looks like he just might have got it down one-handed with his right arm. The Wolfpack, QLT in particular, not impressed with the decision there, but the referee, Matt Wassley, was in a decent position. He had no hesitation. He awarded the try straight away, and Palfrey here looking to have the extras, and Rochdale lead by 12 points to 6, Brian Noble, and they really are causing the Wolfpack a few problems.
Well, they're running hard, aren't they? Moore goes at the line here. Well, let's see if we can see Middlehurst get this down right at the death. Does he get it down? Does he get it down? He seems to think he did. And it counts. Good score.
It was. 2 attacks, 2 tries. 12-6 to Rochdale Hornets. This would be a big shock. I remember commentating on the Wolfpack last year away at York, and York produced an heroic effort, caused one of the big upsets of the season, didn't they? They beat the Wolfpack at Bootham Crescent.
It was a great win that day for York.
Now Rochdale, I had a chat with Alan Kilshaw at lunchtime, the Rochdale Hornets coach, and he was quietly confident. He said, just watch out for us, don't write us off. We've trained really, really well this week, and we fancy this, and so far he's been proved right. But a knock on there. It's the mistakes really that I think are causing the problems. The referee is saying that it will be a scrum down.
Well, they won't stop playing Rochdale. The coaches are still that into them. The 12-6 up. Here's the error. There's the knock on. Knocked back by Ackers.
The try scorer, I think, as well. Middlehurst with the knock on. Wolfpack, of course, have lost just the one match away at London. They drew a real grueler at Barrow. But this pitch should suit Toronto down to the ground. Quick play the ball, and McCrone's involved, and Sims is as well. Ackers at dummy half. Game on here, 12-6 to Rochdale. Emmett. They run down the middle, they go the short side, and building up a bit of pressure again here. And they're going to get the penalty. Interference at the play the ball. Ackers will take the quick tap, and Briley.
Sidlow on the field, I think.
Yeah. Adam Sidlow on from the replacements bench. That's a good pass, and here comes the debutant, but great defending.
Yeah, good defence, Rochdale.
Brian was on the charge there, and it was Hurst with the tackle. The ball goes out to this near side, looking for Kay, and Dion Cross was across quickly to tap the ball out. And
yeah, he couldn't take the chance.
A drop out from underneath the post. All about building pressure. Hurst is down, Cross is injured as well. And it will be a drop out from underneath the post. But 12-6, Rochdale in the lead. Playing some pretty decent stuff. But yeah, it was well read there by Dion Cross. Earl Hurst, who scored that terrific try after 70 seconds, just rather set the tone of this game.
Yeah, gave them the start they wanted for sure.
Drive the ball forward, and
strong boy, Greg Worthington.
He's proved it a couple of times already tonight, hasn't he? Oh, they will switch the play to this left-hand side. McCrone and O'Brien and Whiting. Richard Whiting playing in the centre. If you are just joining us, an injury after just 2 minutes to Gary Wheeler, who was making his first appearance of the season for the Wolfpack. Sims is brought down. Ackers at dummy half, and quick hands again, and then it's Sidlow who'll charge towards the line. Adam Sidlow, and he's stopped literally on the Rochdale whitewash. Desperate defending from the home side. The ball again swings to the right. Worthington wriggles out of one and another. But the defence
for this Rochdale, they're flying off their line, aren't they?
Really, really ferocious defending. The kick goes across again, and Hurst takes it well. And that was a really, really back-to-back defensive set from Rochdale.
Yeah, they did well.
They dealt with every threat Toronto laid at their door. They really did.
Well, the desire's there. They've got the lead. Whenever they've got this lead, they'll hang on for dear life. Will Rochdale? They'll rock the ball out as they're doing now with enthusiasm. Good shot.
Our gantry shuddered. Balls at dummy half, and Palfrey will clear his lines.
Great catch from O'Brien.
O'Brien will. A pair of safe hands, isn't he? Referee judging that O'Brien dived there. Here is Liam Kay, the Wolfpack try scorer. 2 hat-tricks this season for Liam Kay, already got one tonight. QLT looking for a bit of action coming in off the wing. QLT wasn't supposed to be playing tonight, but an injury to Adam Hickson on the wing, and QLT slotting in on the right wing with, of course, Gareth O'Brien on debut at full back. Noticeably for me that Toronto trying to speed things up noticeably. It's a good kick through by McCrone, but well defended again by Declan Kay, the fullback.
Yeah, right place at the right time, Kay. Rook the ball and run out of dummy half.
It's been lacking for the Wolfpack so far.
I think too much has been lacking, maybe a bit element of ball control and clinical finishing, but you've got to give credit to Rochdale. They've aimed up. When teams aim up, you've got to go in that wrestle. You've got to go with them, stride for stride, and make sure that you're on the other side of the right effort.
Early kick from Palfrey. It's a good position as well. And Brian comes across. He's under pressure and does really, really well. Brickhill it was who was on the charge. Palfrey's kicking game has been outstanding for Rochdale so far tonight. 10 or 11 minutes to go to half-time.
Well, he was aiming up for a 40-20, and what he's done is find the middle of the field, so O'Brien has to work out a little bit harder to get across there. And Brickhill was on the fly, wasn't he? He'd sniffed that kick for sure.
A good game.
It is a good game.
On the last, on halfway. Briley launches a high hanging kick, and that will go over Massam, who slips, and it's taken there well by QLT, but just couldn't hang on to it. But it was a real tester, and Rob Massam, I think, lost it in the night sky, didn't he?
It certainly went high enough, didn't it? Boy, did it go high. What's that one? Catch that if you can. Doesn't. Slips.
There's QLT, just couldn't hang on to it. So a turnover. Rochdale will get the ball back. It's over the years, Rochdale have had a real tradition of playing and nurturing and fostering a lot of Fijian players back in the 1960s. And they were very famous for the Fijian links. Couple on show tonight, Joe Tyra and a trialist, Setatala, on the bench. They're causing the Wolfpack a fair few problems. Here is Allen getting the ball out of the back door.
Cleaned up by O'Brien. Kick through.
Yeah, he's settled in well. He's sort of dealt with everything that he's had to.
He's had to. Well, he can't go hiding or missing.
Oh, it's nearly intercepted. Oh, so close there for Dion Cross. It was a risky pass. He just got the hand to it. If he'd have managed to grasp that in, he was under the post.
Not sure it wasn't the free play. I think it was an error, was it? Yeah. I think it was adjudicated there that no, it was play on. He's gone, wasn't he?
I think one well-known coach, not too far away from me, once described this as a game of millimetres. Inches in old money, he said. That was you.
It was me.
Oh, another mistake on the far side. It looks like QLT has put the ball down. It's been a feature of the half, the way that Rochdale have put real pressure on the Wolfpack so far.
Well, I don't know. The pass wasn't great from Worthington. He's behind him.
We're into the last 10 minutes of the half. Declan Gregory on. Wearing 24 for Rochdale in a dummy half. He has that hooker's build, doesn't he?
What's that kind of build, that's Stu? Short, chunky and Lego legs?
Yeah, something like that. Smith. Adamson getting involved. Brickhill on the far side for Hornets midway inside the Toronto half. What a time this would be to stretch their lead and put real daylight between themselves and the Toronto Wolfpack. But this will be only the third time they've actually had ball inside the 20. And the previous 2 times they scored. Adamson, who's been really influential in this first half. Gregory, and now Palfrey puts the kick up again, looking for the winger. I think that could be a knock-on from the Wolfpack. It may well be. McCrone.
Well, it's another back-to-back set. It's another pinpoint kick from Palfrey.
Yeah, it was knocked back, I think, by Kay, and McCrone couldn't hang on to the ball. Let's have a look. Yeah, Kay knocked it back, and McCrone just a little touch with his right hand, knock on, scrum down Rochdale Hornets. Palfrey's been really influential, hasn't he? For the home side.
He's the game breaker at the moment.
Here is the first try scorer, Hurst, trying to find a way through. Looking dangerous. Gregory at dummy half. Well, on the charge, still charging, is Pat Moran, who is another of the dual reg players from the Warrington Wolves. Gregory, they switch play again. Hurst coming in on the charge, but I think he had a little look there at Richard Whiting, didn't he?
Well, he read the play well, did Whiting, and he was in Hurst's face, so it's going to be a tough catch, whichever way you look at it. They switch the play from one side to the other side. The Rochdale team come back there, and Palfrey looking for Hurst. Whiting had spotted him, and I think that was going to be a tough catch any day of the week.
Whiting had spotted him, and I think Hurst has spotted Whiting as well. That's why the ball went to ground, and then Whiting straight from the scrum has knocked on for Toronto. Well, will that be a costly error? This is a gift here for the home side. Dave Allen, who has Super League experience, of course. Gregory at dummy half, and he's made a difference, hasn't he, since he's come on, Gregory?
Certainly has. I think they're going left, Rochdale here. I think they fancy this.
Which way will they go? Well, they were lining up both sides, and Smith, little dig ball. Did that come off QLT? What will the referee say here? Is it a knock-on against Rochdale?
No, against Toronto.
It did come off QLT, so it's another set for Rochdale in the closing stages of this first half. Sometimes the errors actually add to the excitement of the last few minutes. They certainly have. This is a great chance, isn't it?
Yeah.
To make it a two-score game.
In essence, third set of 6 on their line.
Yeah, and they go the short side with young Billy Brickell for Rochdale Hornets. 12-6 to the home side. We've performed superbly in this first half. Smith getting involved again. Desperate defending here now for Toronto. Gregory goes to dummy half. They switch the play with Palfrey. Adamson looking to find a way through, but well read by the Wolfpack defence. Sidlow was in there crucially. Now they go to the left. Smith puts the kick through, and that came off a Toronto leg.
Play on.
But it was brilliantly read.
Bussey cleaned it up real well.
Well, now they break down the middle. This is a chance. Oh, terrific run, you have to say, by Sam Hopkins. The big drop forward. He's out on his feet now. But here comes McCrone from one end of the field to the other. It looked like Rochdale were going to make this a 2-score game. And now the Wolfpack looking to see if they can level it up before half-time. Sidlow is brought down, but what a run that was from
great run from
Sam Hopkins, formerly Centurion, of course. And McCrone for Kay! Is he in at the corner? The referee, well, he didn't have to make a decision. I think the referee said it was forward. The touch judge's flag went up anyway, and the chance is gone.
Let's have a look. McCrone's wanting to...
Well, he bounced the ball. I don't think he had a foot in touch, but he bounced the ball. Well, it was a half chance, wasn't it? It was McCrone's call to go on the short side. It nearly paid off.
I don't think his foot was in touch.
No, it wasn't. Initially, I thought the touch judge had put his flag up for a foot in touch.
Well, he put his flag up. What was he putting his flag up for? Does he?
Probably because he saw the bounce of the ball. I don't know, but I thought he put it up for Liam Kay having a foot in touch. Crucial moments then at the end of this hugely entertaining first half, you have to say. Masson with the breakout. Gregory brought down. The pace of the game has been a feature of this first half. Just wonder whether the pace of the game may get to the part-timers in the second half. We shall see. Palfrey with the kick downfield. That was well taken by O'Brien, and now QLT, the man who's displaced at fullback. QLT on the wing. Whiting and Kay. Some stories doing the rounds that a couple of Super League clubs may be looking at Liam Kay.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think he's a good player, but
good finish.
He won't be good anyway.
Oh, that's a great break down the middle from Bussey. Has he got support? He might not need it. And a lot of pace for a prop forward. Bussey, quick play the ball on the last. Which way will they go? They go to the left-hand side. Worthington, can he get the ball out? He can to QLT. Harlem Globetrotter style rugby league at the last. And Kay gets back and does really well to get out from behind his own post. Well, that was nearly a try, but it was brilliant defence by Declan Kay, the Rochdale fullback. Terrific little spell of action.
They're scrambling, they're fumbling, they're clawing their way in this game, Rochdale. Great break from Bussey. No support on his outside, he needed some.
Palfrey goes high this time. O'Brien again up to the task. I would say 9 out of 10 for Rochdale Hornets in this first half.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
Kay from dummy half. Can't keep him out of the action long, can you? Try scorer. The only try for the Wolfpack so far. And there is the hooter. Well, that's an excellent half of rugby league. Rochdale Hornets leading by 12 points to 6. A try after 70 seconds from Earl Hurst. Liam Kay going in at the corner for Toronto to level the scores 10 minutes later. And then Gary Middlehurst, after a terrific short pass from Morgan Smith, getting the try that gives Rochdale Hornets the half-time lead. OK, let's go pitch side and get a quick word with the debut boy. Gareth O'Brien is with Matt.
Gareth, what have you made of your first 40 minutes as a Toronto player?
No, we've not been good enough, you know. We're not completely high enough. We need to keep all the ball, cause down some problems, but no, we need to regroup and go again.
Why do you think you've not been able to complete at the rate you'd have wished to so far?
I don't know, that's what we need to address in the dressing room, but you know, we know that half's not good enough. We need to come out fighting in the second half.
Rochdale are throwing everything at you. How impressed have you been with their performance and their grit?
Yeah, they're having a dig, but you know, I think it's more down to our mistakes and stuff like that that's keeping it in the game. So we fix it up, we should be all right.
Thanks, Gareth.
Yeah, thanks, Matt, with Gareth O'Brien. So the Wolfpack have it all to do. Rochdale lead 12-6.
Time to get up now.  'Cause 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 'Cause
remaining on the power play. Here's Wellman. Oh, what a laser beam.
The Swedish Hockey League playoffs on Free Sports.
Tonight is the beginning of my adult life, and I am having sex.
I want in.
Eggplant handshake. What does that mean?
They got an agreement to make eggplant parmesan.
No, they're gonna lose their virginity on prom night.
I'm gonna stop them.
You think your dad likes me?
Kayla?
Dad, what the hell?
No, I don't think so.
Blockers.
At Curry's PC World, we'll give you some quick help with the washing. The new Samsung Quick Drive with AdWash. Its unique dual-action drum moves your clothes in different directions for a quicker, thorough wash. Half the time on laundry and more time for you. Trade in your old one for up to £200 off and we'll deliver and install your new machine and take away your old one free. The new Samsung Quick Drive range, twice as quick from $849.
Alexa, order super glue.
Here are some popular ones.
Mum, have you seen my space fighter?
No.
5, 6.
Alexa, how many stars are in the galaxy?
Many astronomers believe it contains at least 100 billion stars.
7, 8.
Morning, Churchy. What's the plan for today? Oh, what the? When did that happen? Who would do such a thing? Seriously, you've got to help me get rid of this. It's going to sting the bank balance and my body. Oi! Ooh.
If your car is vandalised, Churchill will let you keep your no-claims discount.
Oh, yes. Brilliant, Churchy. Could have been embarrassing.
Churchill, depend on the dog.
I'm in a bit of trouble. There was this guy who was stalking. My stalker is here. Or maybe it's all in my head.
In the dark of night, I drift away when I'm with you. By my side, I wish you were, I wish you were.
Go wherever your heart takes you. The C-Class from £269 per month.
Time to get up now.
Welcome back to Scotland. If you are just joining us, a reminder of the scoreline at half-time. Rochdale Hornets leading the Toronto Wolfpack by 12 points to 6. You may have heard us talking a little bit about the pitch here at Scotland. Many reckon it's now the best pitch in British Rugby League. The reason for that, I mean, it was an absolute shocker a couple of months ago. Of course, they share the stadium with League One football side, Rochdale Hornets. And it was mud, it was a sandbank, but Rochdale drew Tottenham Hotspur in the FA Cup. one of the biggest games in the history of the Rochdale Football Club. So they pay to have the pitch relayed, and it really is excellent.
It is excellent. They claim it's the best in rugby league. I think there's a few other clubs would claim that crown if they could. Lee, perhaps, in this division, is a very, very good field.
And there is the coach munching on a smack. He's got or will have had a bit of work to do, no doubt, during half-time. How did you find it to try and motivate the side at half-time to get them to turn things around? Obviously, you'd have had to do it many, many times. Do you have different ways of doing it, or just standard way?
No, different ways for different circumstances. Find a few reasons why they need to be a little bit better in certain areas, give them something to hang their hat on, and then give them the ammunition to roll their sleeves up and saying, hang on a minute, go get stuck in here, you're in the fight.
So here we go, the start of the second half. Stuart Pike and Brian Noble bringing you all the action from Scotland. The part-timers of Rochdale leading Toronto by 12 points to 6. And a big 40 minutes ahead, reminding you a victory here for the Wolfpack would take them to the top of the table. Albeit mainly only for 48 hours. As it stands at the moment, London top, they're away at Swinton on Sunday. Toulouse second, they host Halifax on Saturday, and Featherstone in third are away at Batley on Sunday. The Wolfpack currently fourth, and that's where they'll stay if they can't turn this around. Interesting to see the pace of the game. I thought for this level was exceptional in the first half. Whether they can maintain that in the second, we'll see.
I actually thought the actual rucks were a bit slow, I think, hanging on maybe. But
Smith with a kick downfield, the young halfback. It's a really good opening set at the start of this second half. And we talked about the Hornets' long-serving coach, 3 years. Alan Kilshaw has been here and has put his heart and soul into trying to turn this club around. And we've had a chat with him before. No fear, he said. We'll have no fear facing the Wolfpack later on.
You talked about speed and the way Rochdale will approach this second half. I'm pretty confident they'll try to keep touchline, slow the game down as well, to get breathers at certain times so they can ramp up when they have to. But that's the challenge for the Wolfpack. They have to speed the game up. They have to get on the front foot and make sure they're going to play they're going to want to do.
Well, let's see how they do. Backers at dummy half. Powerful run again from Jacob Emmett. First saw Emmett when he was at St Helens, and they had high hopes. Just didn't really come on as they expected him to, but he's got a second chance at it with the
he's played some high-level football. Remember, he went to Salford as well and played at Lee.
Well, that was nearly intercepted again. It was a bubbling pass. It was a poor pass, and the Rochdale winger, Dion Cross, was a bounce of the ball away from...
Did he touch it?
Getting on that. Well, we're going to find out. Let's have a look.
I'm just seeing who's got the head and feed, the referee. So there's the pass. Yeah, he did, I think. So it's head and feed to the Wolfpack.
Let's see what the referee reckons. I think he's...
He's saying he didn't touch it.
He didn't touch it, so he's given it to... He's given it to Rochdale. And then, was that for not packing down properly?
No, I think it's offside at the scrum. I think they kept the ball at the base of the scrum, Rochdale, and caught the Wolfpack offside.
Very impressed with Rochdale thus far, I have to say. Consider the extent of their ambition for 2018 is to stay in this division. Good run from dummy half from Declan Gregory. He did make a difference when he came on in that first half.
Yeah, big difference.
Yeah, Palfrey gets the ball out. Good hands, and here is Massam. Massam looking for a way through.
Oh, he's a big boy.
Bounced off QLT there, the Welsh international Rob Massam. That was terrific. QLT just didn't have anything to try and stop Massam, and he was nearly through. Key moments at the start of this second half. On the last, Real danger here for the Wolfpack. Gregory, Palfrey with a little kick through, and it's a good one as well, but that's well covered, I think.
Wow, he got out well there, didn't he?
He did. He did well. It's McCrone, I think.
Masson was on the fly, wasn't he? On that carry down the wing, the big fella.
19 tries for Hornets last year, Rob Masson. And now the break. Now this could be dangerous. Terrific down that far side, and again the defence was spot on from Rochdale.
And the penalty, has he? Well, send him back. I thought the penalty.
It was excellent from McCrone, but on the short side, this is a real opportunity there from absolutely nothing. McCrone break has set up this opportunity. Here is Brian Briley. Briley now, quick hands. Oh, he slipped, didn't he?
Contact with the head, wasn't it?
Well, he's saying on the last that he just slipped. So Brian couldn't get the ball out. Rochdale breathe again, but that was a great break down the left-hand side from McCrone. And it just all opened up, didn't it? And you thought that was it. And back play. Looks like Dave Allen is leaving the field for Rochdale Hornets. Massive again.
He's a big unit.
Yes. They're claiming a penalty for lifting in the tackle. And the referee agreeing there, Adam Sidlow, a little too enthusiastic. It was the run from Toby Adamson. Another penalty. He's going to put pressure on Toronto Wolfpack here. Adamson down. Just making sure he's okay. Sidlow not happy with being penalised. It's interpretation, isn't it, of lifting? Yeah. Referees have different interpretations. Hopefully he's going to be all right. 12-6 in favour of Rochdale Hornets. Looks like he's getting up. From Dewsbury, aren't they, the Adamsons?
Yeah, the Adamsons.
That really is rich Royal Rugby League territory. Dewsbury winning here at Rochdale on the opening day, convincingly, by 30 points or so. Kilshaw, the Rochdale coach, I'm sure will said at half-time, just carry on what you're doing. Crunching tackle. And they are just carrying on. A little worried, I would say, maybe. Rowley, the Wolfpack coach, is Gregory, and now Smith, and the run from Gary Middlehurst. Here's try, midway through the first half, with the difference between these two sides at the moment. Charge forward by Gregory again, and Palfrey involved. Hurst brought down 10 yards away from the try line, trying to play the ball quickly. And this time Palfrey puts the kick over towards Massam on this far side. Took it well. Ball out of the back door. Back there for Morgan Smith. He gets the ball out of the back door. Well, terrific to keep this going for Rochdale. Scrambling defence from the Wolfpack. Still the ball alive.
Great play, Rochdale.
And eventually it comes out, and Ryan Briley grasps gratefully onto the ball.
And great scramble, Wolfpack, you have to say, in the end there. But fantastic rugby league.
They gave it a go, didn't they?
Certainly did.
Powerhouse that is Ashton Sims. Ackers again at dummy half. A run forward from Jack Buchanan. formerly of the Widnes Vikings in the Super League, and then the mistake again, and this time it's Sam Hopkins who puts the ball down. But
it's forward anyway.
There's been a lot of errors though, haven't there, from the Toronto Wolfpack. Highly fancy to come here and not just win, but win well. Rochdale Hornets, I would say, if they can pull this off, it would be the upset of the season, without a doubt, in the championship. Still a long way to go. Palfrey inside for Earlhurst. So the part-timers, the brickies, the plasterers, the joiners. A couple of them install antique fireplaces. There's a couple of teachers. A couple of antiques in the commentary box as well. Again, they are still trying to play the ball very quickly, aren't they? Gregory again was really well. Diminutive figure of Declan Gregory. But my, he's played extremely well since he's come on. And Rochdale claiming there that there was a bit of interference trying to slow Rochdale down at the play the ball. The run forward from Adamson on the last. Which way will they go, right or left? It looked like they're going to come left, and here is Morgan Smith again. The ball for Massam. Can he get the ball? He looks like he has! Is that a try for Massam? It is! What a try from Rob Massam, the Welsh winger! It was the kick from Morgan Smith, you have to say. It had been coming, but Massam took it superbly. What a score! And Rochdale are now 2 scores clear.
Oh, fantastic lead from Massam and fantastic finish. And it's all on now for the Wolfpack. This is a true test. It's a great lead from Massam. It's a smart kick again. Pinpoint kick. Clutches it out of the air. Wow.
Well, it was Morgan Smith with the pass that set up Middlehurst's try in the first half, and it was Morgan Smith with the kick that set up that fantastic try for Rob Massam. Palfrey involved as well, but he took that one-handed out of the arms of the Wolfpack defenders. Brilliant from Massam.
Was brilliant. One-handed, grabbed it in.
Well, 16 points to 6. Rochdale leading Toronto here. Palfrey here. Has he managed to swing it in? Just to the right of the post, but we were right behind the trajectory there, and it looked as if it was going to swinging out and swinging back in again. But it is a 2-score game.
Here's the kick.
Smith with the kick.
Smith with the kick. Massam with the catch and put down. He's a big unit, that Massam on the wing.
Are we on course for a huge upset in the championship? Well, rough guesstimates that the entire wage bill for the season for Rochdale Hornets is £120,000. The wage bill for the season for the Toronto Wolfpack, shall we say, is a lot more than that. Part-timers against the full-timers, but as I said at half-time, I just think at the moment they're being out-enthused. Well, there's an error, the unforced error.
Well, it was forced. Jack Bussey came out the line. They saw him coming out, and that's the kind of example you need. So here we go.
It was Luke Adamson, I think, who put the ball down.
It was good line speed from the Wolfpack, so they've earned themselves some field position there. Now they've got to do something about it.
Well, it is the archetypal, to use the cliche, the coach killer, isn't it? You say when you score a try, you get the ball back from the kickoff, good solid set to come out of your own line, but the mistake from Adamson, and now a chance for the Wolfpack to get back into it. Here is Ashton Sims, really important stage of this game. Rochdale deservedly in front by 16 points to 6. Ackers finds McCrone, and here comes O'Brien trying to find a way through.
Great scramble defence again from Rochdale.
It was held up Rochdale there reckoned that he dragged him out of play, but the referee had already said held up, he'll have to go play it back on the 10. But a little sidestep, just a little drop of the shoulder there from Gareth O'Brien. He thought he was through, he nearly was, but Rochdale's defence has been exceptional so far tonight. What can the Wolfpack do from here? So Worthington on this right-hand side is limping, but that's a try. That's a terrific try. It could be the first try for Josh McCrone in a Toronto shirt out of absolutely nothing. He dropped the shoulder, little shimmy, little dummy, and McCrone hits back, and the Wolfpack are back in this one. All came from the error after the kick-off, and yeah.
Dropped his shoulder,
he did.
Saw the line, took them on, used his speed, go the short side, there's the drop of the shoulder. Good finish from McCrone.
Josh McCrone, the Toronto captain, playing the captain's innings when the Wolfpack really needed it. So back in it. But yeah, the error from the kickoff after the try, 16-6, and tails up it really was for the Hornets. And here comes Ryan Briley to try and reduce the deficit down to just 4 points, midway between the corner flag and the post, and no trouble at all. Briley really is relishing the kicking duties. 32 goals this season for Ryan Briley. And it's a 4-point ball game. And this is the error that led to the try. It was the poor pass.
Here's the try. It was a poor pass. McCrone got himself some field position there.
So there we have it, a 4-point ball game. McCrone, important play, the former St George Illawarra. Big star, wasn't he, in the NRL for St George? They had a great start to their season, by the way, in Australia. But McCrone deciding he wanted to give the Northern Hemisphere a crack as he settled in. He's taken on the captain's role and likes to lead from the front. I remember speaking to the former St Helens coach Ian Millward about Josh McCrone, and you know they were desperate if they possibly could to keep him. But McCrone has set his heart on playing in the Northern Hemisphere. Good pick-up, great stuff there from Kay at the back for Hornets. But a good investment, Josh McCrone, without doubt, for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, absolutely. Still finding his feet. The UK conditions are different and the game's different. Certainly in the Championship it's different.
For me now, it's whether fitness will come into it as far as Rochdale are concerned. We shall see. Joe Tyra with a charge forward for Rochdale. That was a heavy challenge. That really was a thunderous tackle from Whiting. Ball is back for Palfrey. That's a high hanger, and QLT reverting to type, taking it superbly as a fullback would, playing on the wing, of course, tonight.
Well, they're never easy.
Bussey has been busy, really has played well tonight. Jack Bussey. And of course, when we've got about 10 minutes to go, Brian Noble will be choosing his man of the match. 4-point ball game, approaching the hour mark. Ashton Sims knocks off one and another. Another thunderous run from...
You can't do that.
Ashton Sims, right? Not happy there. A mismatch, I think, Sims and Middlehurst. I think Middlehurst got away with that. Hanging on the tackle, but on the last now. That little dink over the top from Briley. But Kay has taken everything really well. And the Wolfpack caught offside in front of the kicker. So a relieving penalty for Rochdale. But both full-backs for me have been really, really good.
They have.
O'Brien on debut and Declan Kay, I say normally a winger, but slotted in superbly at full-back for Rochdale tonight. 4-point ball game. Toronto haven't been ahead any time during this game.
Well, there's an error there.
It is. It's Brickhill at the play the ball on the second tackle. And again, a golden opportunity for Toronto. Field position gifted to the Wolfpack. Last time they made an error with the ball, they lost it. They conceded a try.
There's a tackle. Can't clearly see what went, but linesman said he dropped the ball.
Yeah, it just came loose, didn't it? They call a loose carry. Here is Macrone. Become more and more influential, Macrone, in this second half. Apart from the try. And the offload, and Acker's involved. Briley. The Wolfpack at the front for the first time in this game, claiming a penalty again there, Andrew Dixon. So it really is getting desperate times and desperate measures for Rochdale, because they coughed the ball up on a couple of occasions, and well, this time the mistake comes from the Wolfpack. A rueful shake of the head.
Yeah, Rennie Matua couldn't hang on to the ball, I think. Macron goes at the line and drops it cold.
Looks like we're going to have a terrific final quarter here at Spotland. Rochdale leading by 16 points to 12. Feeling though that Toronto may be starting to get the upper hand. We did say, didn't we, the last 10 or 15 minutes was where fitness could play a part, and perhaps win the game over enthusiasm, of which Rochdale have shown plenty tonight. But we shall see. An intriguing finale to this game in the championship on the way. Joe Tyra, the Fijian prop forward.
See the boy on trial, is he?
Does really, really well. No, the Seta Tara, that's his cousin. He's on trial. He's a back. We've yet to see him. We may well see him later on. A strong Fijian presence in the Rochdale Hornets side. On the last, Palfrey. That's a high hanging kick. That's a good one. That's a real tester for O'Brien.
That's got to be a penalty.
It is a penalty, yeah. He took it really, really well. He was challenged in the air. I don't think there was any animosity involved.
His cross clips him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's there.
He apologised straight away. It was a terrific take. Even so, wasn't it, by Gareth O'Brien? No malice there from Dion Cross. It's one of those things. Penalty it was, penalty given, and we get on with it, with Toronto back in possession, back in the Rochdale half of the field. Ackers goes to the left-hand side, tries to find a way through, but still Rochdale hold firm. Buchanan now. Was looking to offload. Couldn't get the ball out of the back door, but Ackers with the run for dummy half. Great play from Ackers there. He was nearly over, Andy Ackers, on the last. Briley with a kick towards the corner. Who will win the race? And it was. There's a superb take, and it massive initially.
Well, that's the difference between the teams at the moment, isn't it? They've defended some kicks pretty well at the moment. Rochdale Masson got up as well again there. Let's have a look. He leaps and
the ball goes backwards.
Go forward off Masson.
Oh, it was a tough call, wasn't it? Brickhill was the man who brought it down. That was marginal. Fortune favouring Rochdale on that occasion. Still leading by 16 points to 12. That could be an error.
Well, this is about the level of intensity. You were criticising the Wolfpack at half-time, so about their enthusiasm. That's all. This is all about enthusiasm. These last 10 minutes, they've ramped up the game in relation to around the ruck, and that's a straight drop, wasn't it? On the back of pressure being put on by the boys in black.
May well be the other Fijian, Setatala, playing.
Yeah, I think it is.
On trial he is. Plays for the famous Rochdale amateur side, Mayfield, and a cousin of Joe Tyra, the prop forward. But here now, real opportunity for O'Brien, nearly through a gap on the far side. He had Kay in support. Gareth O'Brien desperate to score points on debut. They get a penalty on the try line. Holding on too long in the tackle, Earl Hurst. But it's the mistakes that Rochdale are making now. They're handing the advantage and the momentum to Toronto, but can they turn the pressure and possession into points as they bid to hit the front? They look for the win to take them top of the table. Briley, they switch the play. Macron now. O'Brien comes into the line, but Palfrey and Hurst quickly across to make the tackle. Well, and now O'Brien's involved, Hurst's involved, Palfrey's involved, they're all involved.
Well, Palfrey throws a punch.
Well, I saw that one out.
Well, I think Palfrey throws the Hurst punch. O'Brien reciprocates, I think.
Make no mistake, in his playing days, Brian Noble would have been right in the middle of that.
And the Superman vest on, definitely.
Well, let's have a look.
So, here's the tackle on O'Brien. It's high, and Palfrey, and they rag him, and so there's the tackle's complete. He's not only allowed to play the ball, and
6-1, I think.
Yeah.
The referee has a call to make. Matt Rossley having a word with his touch judge. I think he's done all right, actually, the ref tonight. I think he's done okay.
I don't think there's much policing going off the ruck for both teams. So hanging on a bit here.
Well, this is a big decision. You have to decide whether it was Palfrey or O'Brien who was the aggressor in all of that. Bussey getting involved, as he always would. Palfrey's going to be spoken to. It's a yellow card. And it is. Well, how important could that prove to be? It's a yellow card. It looks like Palfrey is off, and that is a massive, massive blow. What else is he doing? O'Brien's going as well. But I have to say that I think the ref done a really, really good job, but I don't think that dust-up warrants yellow cards, Brian. What do you think?
Well, if he's adjudicating that.
Is there another one?
I don't know.
I think he just showed another one. He just showed another one. Who else is going off? Let's have a look. Is it Kay? Well, it looks like Liam Kay's off as well. So 3 in the sin bin. Toronto down to 11. Rochdale down to 12. Paul Rowley not impressed at all. And that will add some fire to the brimstone.
Well, we don't know what Kay's been sin bin for yet, but
here come. Well, is that a try on the far side?
It is.
Is it Matua?
It is.
Who's gone over? And it is, and the scores are level. Rennie Matua, who came out of retirement after a phone call from the coach, Paul Rowley. The pair, of course, teaming up in the days at Lee Centurions, and Toronto are level. Matua with the try after the dust-up, the punch-up, 3 yellow cards, the Wolfpack down to 11, but they're level.
Well, there's McCrone on the line, and Matua's just too big and strong one-on-one and gets himself over. Here's the ball, here's McCrone at the line, Matua half a hole. Takes Hurst out in the process. Yep, the try.
Well, level and a chance to hit the front for the first time in this match. They were 6-0 down, they were level at 6 apiece, 12-6 down at half-time, 16-6 down when Rob Masson scored that great try for the home side. McCrone, though, with the touchdown to get the Wolfpack back in it. Well, I'll ask Brian about that dust-up and the 3 sin binnings in a little while. I've seen a lot worse than that. To merit cards being brandished. The referee was very firm, had no hesitation.
Well, you can understand the two. I just don't know. There could be a perfectly legitimate reason why Kay's gone to the bin, but I don't know what the third one's in the bin for.
Did the dust-up merit a sin bin from both, do you think? I'm not so sure. Okay, to hit the front for the first time, off the touchline, and Ryan Brierley slips at the crucial moment. So we're going to be heading into the final 15 minutes or so with the scores level at 16 points apiece. And certainly for the next 8 minutes or so, as we see Matua score the crucial try for the Wolfpack. But Toronto will play with 11 men. Liam Kay in the sin bin, Brian in the sin bin, and Lewis Palfrey in the sin bin as well for Rochdale Hornets. 16 apiece. Apparently, from what we're hearing, pitch side, our reporter Matt Shaw has been doing a bit of digging. Matt, what have you found out?
Well, it's not very happy bench, it has to be said, at Toronto after that with the 2 sin binnings. Both were sin binned for their involvement in that dust-up. I don't think Toronto are all too happy with the fact that it was 2v1, but that's the way it is. They've got the train on the front foot. On another note, Greg Worthington, he's got a dead leg. They think he's going to be okay as Ryan Brierley draws for that drop goal. They think he's going to be okay. He's keen to come back on, yet to be seen whether that will be the case.
Thank you, Matt. There's the explanation. And here's the breakdown at the far side. Good break as well from Dion Cross, and they get the penalty. We saw Ryan Brierley try the drop goal from long range. 16 apiece. And there is Alan Kilshort, who's come out of his little booth, and he's now pitch side for years. He's been in charge here at Rochdale, and now perhaps they have a chance. But the man who would normally kick drop goals for Rochdale is in the sin bin, Lewis Palfrey. Where else could they go? Maybe Morgan Smith, the scrum half, I think so. Here is the Fijian, Tyra. Does well. Great field position here. They won't be thinking about the drop goal, I don't think, just yet. Here is Adamson, Luke Adamson, with bags of Super League experience. Ben Moore's back on. Here is Tyra trying to find a way through. 12 against 11, don't forget, in Rochdale's favour. Can they make it pay? 16 apiece, a real thriller here at Spotland. Friday night in the Championship. It does go back for Smith. Well, we called it, didn't we? And Morgan Smith is the man. Morgan Smith is the man with the golden boot. Because Rochdale now lead by 17 points to 16.
That was cool. Plenty of time. Set up the play, get themselves towards the post, in and around the post. Fire the ball back to Smith. Plenty of time. Got to keep pressure. Nails the kick.
So there we go. 17-16 now. And still, Toronto yet to be in front in this entire game. But they are. And the final hooter goes after 80 minutes. That's all that matters. But it was a well-worked move, wasn't it? Will the man advantage make a big difference? Certainly for the next 5 or 6 minutes. Toronto playing with 11 men. Rochdale playing with 12 men. Good run from dummy half by Ben Moores. Referee saying that was a dive. Smith, ball inside for the big prop, Joe Tyra. He's brought down on halfway. 17-16. Rochdale, are they closing in on a huge upset here? Smith, they've got numbers outside if they can use them. Here's Massam! Massam! Has he got the pace? Has he got the legs to go round? Terrific from QLT! Well, there you go. What a tackle from QLT. Of course, with Gareth O'Brien in the sin bin, QLT has reverted to his favoured fullback position. Rob Masson was charging down the touchline.
Look at him go on the prowl, the beast on the prowl, and QLT with the scything tackle, and Sidlow follows up, and Bussey.
Wow. Is it a blessing in disguise for Toronto that Adam Hickson was injured in the warm-up as QLT came in? In 10 minutes' time, will we talk about that being potentially a match-winning tackle? We shall see. Still a 1-point advantage for the home side here. And a man advantage, 12 against 11. What a win this would be for Rochdale. What a blow it would be for Toronto. But still plenty of time for the Wolfpack. A win for the Pack, they go top of the championship. And Browley now and gets the ball out. Bussey playing wide out, needs must. Midway inside the Hornets half of the field. Complaining about the pace of the play the ball. And there's Ashton Sims. On the last. Ackers at dummy half. Briley. They decide to run it. McCrone, room on the far side there. Matua offloads. QLT can't get the ball out. That may well be a turnover. The referee, I think, will say that QLT lost the ball, but he's just stopping the clock here. What's he doing here? He's going to have a word with his touch judge. They're all linked up, of course, by communications. He's stopped the clock, having a word with the touch judge, and it's a penalty. It's a penalty for offside, I think. Rochdale cannot believe it. Well, Rochdale are absolutely fuming at this. But he's saying, I think the referee is saying, that the Hornets were offside. Luke Adamson having a word with the referee, Matt Rossley, but it's not going to change the decision.
Well, let's have a look. Yeah, he's claiming that it was Adamson that was offside.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I wasn't expecting that decision, for sure. I'm not sure why he had to come all the way over to this near side touchline to have a word.
I think the touchy was calling it, you see, and I think he was making sure that he was getting the right decision in such a close game.
Yeah.
Stu. What price, if he kicks this, what price a short kick off from Rochdale?
Well, they'll have to go for it, won't they?
There's plenty of time. I'm not sure that the game clock is the game clock.
The game clock doesn't stop. The game clock on your screen does not stop. So all the time that the referee stops the clock, the game clock doesn't. Toronto hit the front in the last 10 minutes of the game for the first time. The boos from the home fans. That was a controversial call for sure from Matt Rossley, the referee.
Let's have a look.
He's saying that
he's gone a long way.
Adamson was offside. So that he played on, QLT couldn't get hold of the ball. Rochdale were convinced that it should have been a turnover, but it wasn't. And for the very first time, the Wolfpack are in front. Brian Noble.
Well, it's exciting for all the right reasons. If you're a viewer, a bit of fisticuffs, the adversity the Wolfpack has had to go with so many people being injured. Wheeler from second one, Hickson in the warm-up, Worthington off the field, outside back, Sin Binnings, and Rochdale have been in the front, and wow, what a game.
Wow, 18 points to 17. Toronto in front for the very first time. Now then, how do they play it? Still 12 against 11. The Wolfpack still down O'Brien and Kay, and well, that was sensible play. That was really, really good play from Ryan Briley. What a kick! That was smart. A real smart play from a very clever player, just to slow the ball down a bit, get the ball in touch. And Rochdale moving very quickly to form the scrum and force the referee to stop the clock once more. Just to remind you, the clock on the screen doesn't stop during the game. So there probably is a good 7 or 8 minutes still to go. But how about that from Briley?
Yeah, it was a smart kick. Get to the sideline. Rochdale will clearly ramp up with this set. They're in their own half. How the sin binners going? There's 3 in the sin bin, remember, sat there watching this. Are they back yet?
What's your disciplinary record like as a player?
Nothing to write home about, Stu.
A few red cards?
Just a few.
I'll tell you what we might do. For the Featherstone-Toronto game on Good Friday, we might come back with a few answers on Brian Noble's disciplinary record.
About 6, I think, at times. Maybe a couple more than that, I'm not sure.
Well, at least you're honest. 18-17. And what a finish we have in store here at Scotland. Friday night rugby league in the championship. Rochdale desperate for a huge upset. Can the Wolfpack hang on here? That was a pass out the back door. Did it come off a Toronto?
That's play on.
Or is it play on? I think the referee is saying that it came off a Wolfpack hand. I think O'Brien's back on, Kay's back on, Palfrey's back on.
Both teams back to a full complement.
The guilty trio are back on for the finale. There he is. Lewis Palfrey, who's been outstanding for Rochdale. Gareth O'Brien, who's been excellent on debut as well. Liam Kay, too. So what can Rochdale do in the closing moments of this game? Will they set up for another drop goal, maybe? Will they settle for a point? Behind for the very first time in the match, Rochdale Hornets. They will feel controversially as well. And we'll ask Brian Noble just to think about his choice for man of the match while we see what happens as Rochdale now looking, perhaps setting up for a drop goal. Palfrey's there. Smith is set back. And here is Smith. Which way will they go? Ball goes inside for Middlehurst. On the last. Is it going to be the 1 point to try and tie this up?
Try for it.
It goes back to Palfrey. Well, that was
underneath. Missed it.
It was great pressure. It was great pressure on Palfrey. They may have been better going the other way, to be fair. Lewis Palfrey there. Morgan Smith was the man. He was hanging back to the left of the play, but he went back to Palfrey. So there it is, and it was really good pressure from the Wolfpack on the kicker. So Toronto have this 1 point lead. Closing stages of a thrilling game in the championship here at Scotland.
Well,
man of the match, Brian?
Well, I think Morgan Smith, with the crucial pastimes of the plays, and epitomises the effort from the Rochdale team. There's a woman with no number on for the Rochdale, if you remember it, at the start of the game.
Yep. So he is our man of the match. Will he yet have a part to play in the closing stages? Morgan Smith he's made 2 tries. He's put over a drop goal. and he has been really influential. Morgan Smith, who's on dual registration from the Warrington Wolves, and he's had an absolute cracker here. He's the man of the match, but will he be on a winning side or a losing side? Toronto with the 1 point advantage in the closing stages of this match. Victory puts the Wolfpack on top of the championship. Macron, that was well taken by Cross on the far side. Good defending again from Dion Cross, but Rochdale have got to go the length here to try and get themselves back into this game.
I think there's a fair bit of time left here.
Possibly 4 or 5 minutes on top as we reach the 80-minute mark. And I reckon, I think you're right, 4 or 5 minutes. But Rochdale have battled bravely. They really have. Is it all going to be to no avail? Is it going to be a controversial penalty that's going to settle this? Ryan Briley's boot. Is it going to win the day for the Toronto Wolfpack? Smith there again, and Moore did really, really well. But it's a penalty. It looked there as if Sam Hopkins pulled him back. Yeah, the referee saying that Moore was pulled back. Now then, are they going to go for 2 points?
Yeah.
They are. They're going to go for 2 points from a yard inside their own half. Lewis Palfrey here. Yeah, there's no doubt that Moore was taken out. Well, what a kick this would be. The two halfbacks for Hornets, Palfrey and Smith, have been really, really good. A monster kick. We are in extra time, and there is the Rochdale coach, Alan Kilshaw. Can he lead his side to a famous win? There isn't enough on that. There isn't enough on that. And
well, they've got to keep playing the Wolfpack.
They have. In hindsight, I'm not sure that was worth going for.
Well, I think it was. He leathers it. He's a hero. It's a great night at the office. And
well, they kick it to the corner. 5 plays and a drop goal. Hindsight's a great thing, though. They bravely went for the penalty, which would have given them the win. But Palfrey's kick just didn't have the legs. For the moment it left the boot, it was
he chipped it, didn't he? He just got underneath it, didn't he?
Well, that's why Brian's a coach and I'm a commentator. We can disagree occasionally.
Of course we can.
That's what it's all about. Time is ticking away, and well, that, I think, went straight out on the full there from Briley. Briley's saying the ball bounced, the touch judge saying it didn't. Briley was trying to use that precious time, wasn't he, for a scrum to form. Now 3 minutes overtime, a 1 point ball game. And Rochdale got one more moment of magic left in them. Ball goes to ground, but it did go backwards. Picked up by Dion Cross, but they've got a long, long way to go here. 18 points to 17. Toronto at the moment are hanging on grimly. I tell you what, if the Wolfpack do come out winners here, they may well look back on this night at the end of the season. Well, it has gone backwards, and Masson is looking for the offload, and here is Masson, but great scrambling defence. Bussey, I think, for me, has been outstanding for the Wolfpack tonight. It was he who made the tackle. Smith and Adamson and Moran on the last. Coming up for 4 minutes added on, and well, Moore's with the kick through, and I think it was Atkins who took it superbly well there.
It was like an gully, a cricketer, wasn't it?
It was.
Well, there's still plenty of time here.
18-17. Cracking game. Really has been. Sends. QLT at dummy half. Kay using all his experience then with the slow play the ball. Riley this time makes no mistake to waste up precious time. Coming up for 5 minutes added on. I reckon there's possibly one last set maybe for Rochdale. Yeah, Alan Kilshaw there, I think, was looking back at the official timekeepers to see exactly how long there is to go, but there can't be long. The Wolfpack, until 8 minutes from time, had never been in front. I think Kilshaw may have told his players they have one play, they have one chance, they have one opportunity to perhaps salvage something from this game. There is the hooter, so this is it. The ball goes backwards. It's picked up there by Hurst, but it's not going to matter. Toronto get the win. Hard fought. Boy, it was hard fought. But the Wolfpack win by 18 points to 17.
Wow.
And Toronto go to the top of the championship after a real struggle against a brave Rochdale Hornet. Disappointment etched all over the face of the coach Alan Kilshaw, and you have to say you can sympathise with him. Whether it was a controversial call or not at the end for what turned out to be the match-winning penalty, that will be the debate. But the Wolfpack have won, and the Wolfpack are top of the pile, maybe in controversial fashion. But that was a terrific game. What a performance from Rochdale and the Wolfpack, using, I think, all their experience in the end to grind out what could be, as we say, look back in 2 or 3 months' time. They couldn't look back on this night as being absolutely crucial.
Well, you questioned the enthusiasm and resilience of the Wolfpack at half-time, rightly so, Stuart, and I think they answered that. Clearly weren't at their best, clearly weren't. Rochdale threw everything at them, thought they won the game, they got the drop goal, and they just found a reason to get to the other end of the field and find a performance and find a win. They dug themselves out.
Well, Brian Noble's man of the match was the Rochdale Hornets scrum half, Morgan Smith. Sadly for him, on the losing side. He's the man of the match, and he is talking with our man Matt Shaw.
Oh, Morgan, you're on the losing side, but you've been given our man of the match tonight. How disappointed are you not to get the victory after such a gutsy effort?
We came into this game knowing what Toronto could do. Obviously, we knew we had to work hard for most part of the game. We did that, put pressure on them, just a few mistakes, but, you know, we'll build ourselves up for next week.
In terms of your season, although you've not got the result, how big a performance was this to prove that you can compete with the top teams?
Oh, it's massive, you know, like, after this performance, you know what we can do. We know what we can do, and we just need to build on it, get us combinations. Like, as defence, we're top class. It's just as attack, we're just a bit rusty, but if we build on top of us as defence, we can do some damage.
And just on the performance itself, you must be so pleased with how you turned up today against a full-time outfit, a lot of big-name players, and really took the game today.
Yeah, obviously they're full-time. It's just where it goes, really. You can't do much about that. You just have to come in, try your best, put all your effort into it, and yeah, see what you can do.
Well, Morgan, you are man of the match. Congratulations. Enjoy your night. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. Morgan Smith, the man of the match, and Toronto Wolfpack atop of the championship. Just, we'll be back for more reflection. They've won 18-17.
Time to get up now.
Live British basketball continues on Free Sports.
Short in the corner for three, it's good!
Can the London Lions beat the league-leading Leicester Riders, who are looking for back-to-back playoff titles?
He climbed high, he hung in the air, and finished it. Nice move.
Live BBL, next Sunday on Free Sports.
Get great savings on Spring Collection sofas at DFS. Every sofa is handmade to order in your choice of colour, so you can get the Marnie Lounger exactly how you want it for just £599. Find your happy colour at DFS.
At Curry's PC World, we'll give you some quick help with the washing. The new Samsung Quick Drive with AdWash. Its unique dual-action drum moves your clothes in different directions for a quicker, thorough wash. Half the time on laundry and more time for you. Trade in your old one for up to £200 off and we'll deliver and install your new machine and take away your old one free. The new Samsung Quick Drive range, twice as quick from $849. With free time included. At Curry's PC World, we help you get it right.
G'day, fellas. William and Ralph Foster.
There you go, mate. Try not to drop it.
Foster's, for the thirsty.
Family life's always been important to me, and as someone who's worked in the city for many years, I understand the importance of saving. I'm Nicola Horlick, CEO of Money & Co, a peer-to-peer lending platform with an innovative finance ISA. You'll lend directly to British companies that we have selected, and you could earn a completely tax-free target return of over 7%.
Your capital is at risk and your investment will not be covered by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme.
Wake up your money with Money & Co.
Falls into the flames, we will rise again.
Far Cry 5. Pre-order now at Game with free content only on PS4.
A tie. Togetherness. Car and driver in perfect harmony. It's the Mazda way. Mazda MX-5 RF. Available with 3.9% APR representative.
Welcome back to Anfield. Oh, that's poor shaving performance. He's not happy about that.
That's not Premier.
Now, this is new. Control, precision, great defence from irritation. Oh, the UK's first body shaving range, new from Nivea Men. And now, Nivea Men skincare is half price at Boots. Result.
He's back.
This isn't the plan.
No, Master Wayne. This is the team.
Justice League. Buy it Monday.
Oh, Sammy. So we've had a severe leak. Parents en route, and time is running out. Lucky for you, they called Direct Line. Your plumber's been, so let's put this plan into action. Pineapple shirt, Little Willie will size the place up. Mango, Big Will's on dry up. Kumquat, Agatha's on the heavy stuff. Are we Crystal?
Yeah?
This little shindig never happened.
Southeast coast of the rules were strict, 2 die firming the winner of each round.
It's fun. It's actually like easier than I thought it was going to be. A little bit bleak that I got beaten by a freediver when this is actually like I thought I had the advantage. So congratulations to him, but yeah, it was good fun nonetheless still.
It was very close, but this is spearfishing. And 1 inch can make a big difference. 1 inch can get you the fish of a lifetime, or you can lose your gear and everything.
You have to be relaxed to focus in when you dive. And this is the first champion, and hope to continue every year.
Inside watch, Limbombe! Oh, yes! Chance to equalise, and Orlando Sá takes it. Went beyond Akram Habib. Oh, what a goal! What a fantastic goal to equalise!
Belgian Pro League playoffs on Free Sport. Next Friday night, it's an Eastern Conference clash between Toronto and the New York Islanders. And on Saturday, it's Ottawa at Detroit.
There's up to 70% off. This luxurious steam shower cabin is now half price at $649. Save over £800 on this fabulous Lisbon freestanding bath. This stylish bathroom furniture is also half price at $349, and this stunning table shower bath suite is just $399. The Better Bathrooms Easter sale is now on.
In Compton, you join a gang, or you find another way to survive. My horse was headed to the slaughterhouse when I got her. I think maybe, did I save the horse? Or did the horse save me?
Guinness. Some are made of more.
Over the years, I've always tried to break new ground in vacuum technology. Now with this powerful digital motor, a new era begins. Dyson has reinvented the cord-free vacuum. Definitely not a little portable. This is now your big machine to deep clean right through the home. So powerful, in fact, we've stopped developing corded vacuums.
When did all this get so over the top?
I blame the parents.
What?
Mum! Try the gazebo.
We don't have a gazebo.
I know.
Hey, I slipped these past the kids.
Oh,
Get in my mouth.
The eggs aren't under the dog. Where are the eggs?
Whoops.
Oh, you're the worst bunny in the world.
Keep looking, kids.
Long hair goals? New Elvive Dream Lengths. Enriched with a cocktail of vegetal protein and castor oil. A luxurious caring formula to help reinforce fragile lengths for stronger, healthier looking hair to the tips. And finished with Elvive's first no haircut cream. Reduces the appearance of split ends to help save your last few centimetres. New Dream Lengths by L'Oreal Elvive. Long hair? Do care. With
I could while away the hours, conferring with the flowers, consulting with the rain, and my head I'd be scratching while my thoughts were busy hatching. If I only had a brain.
Action Man, what is your status? Over.
I just saved at Money Supermarket, and now I feel epic. Over.
Time to get up now.
Welcome to Scotland, the home of Rochdale Hornets in the northwest of England. And welcome to our viewers all around the world as the Toronto Wolfpack look to go to the top of the championship table for the first time this season. It should be a cracking game. The part-timers of Rochdale against the glory boys, you could say, of the championship, the Toronto Wolfpack. As always, alongside me is Brian Noble. And if you are just joining us, the big team news sees QLT out of the team, dropped to make way for the new boy and debutant Gareth O'Brien, but now QLT is back in because of an injury picked up by Adam Hickson. So there we have it. This is the Rochdale side. Declan Kay at fullback, and then it's Cross, Hurst, Brickhill and Rob Masson. Look out for him. He is a Welsh international winger, leading try scorer for the Hornets with 19 last year. And in the forwards, a couple of familiar names in Luke Adamson and Dave Allen with Super League experience. Also, watch out for the number 8. They call him the Suva Express, the Fijian Joe Tyra. And on the bench, Gregory Adamson, Luke's brother, Patrick Moran on dual reg from Warrington, and Tala Takoa. confirming now the side for Toronto. Just so you know, Adam Hickson is out. So making his debut, Gareth O'Brien at fullback. QLT will play alongside Liam Kay on the wings. Gary Wheeler making his first appearance of the season as well. And what a big-looking pack that is, led of course by Ashton Sims and Rennie Matua. On the bench, heavy, big, awesome-looking Sidlow, Hopkins, Whiting and Buchanan. So the countdown to kick-off, and here come the two sides. And of course the captain of the Wolfpack, Josh McCrone. Actually, Danny Yates, the Rochdale captain, missing his first game of the season. He is the coach Alan Kilshaw's go-to man, formerly of St Helens Academy, but he has a dead leg. The big story, of course, the debut of Gareth O'Brien. It didn't take him very long to decide to leave Salford and come and join the Revolution in Canada. And it could be a key signing, and it could, Brian Noble, make all the difference for the rest of this season.
Absolutely. Well, certainly hoping so. He's a super player, Gareth O'Brien, and plays the way that Coach Rowley likes to play his football. Bit of expansion, bit of speed into the line, and that's the bloke he's replacing. What a superb man he is, playing on the wing tonight.
Yep.
In relation to Hickson pulling out. I'm thrilled to see him out there. I'm used to seeing him out there. It feels like he should be his natural.
Yeah, and referee Matt Rossley will get us underway in just a moment. Rochdale Hornets have won only one game so far this season, but that was their last league match here against Barrow. They're off and underway. Some of the Rochdale players today have been working all day before rushing down to the ground. Plasterers, joiners. A couple of the players fitting fireplaces. A couple of teachers working till 3:30. And they're ready to get underway. It's Rochdale against Toronto. Rochdale looking for a big upset win. The Wolfpack aiming high for the top of the pile.
Well, a lot of reasons why Rochdale will want to do well. Worldwide television, all the teachers and joiners you're talking about, it's their day in the sun. There'll be no short of his motivation here. Lewis Palfrey looking for his kicking tee, let alone that. I wonder if that came from one of the schools, but there he goes. He's just arrived to put the ball onto the Wolfpack to receive the first kick.
So here we go. And just have a look at this pitch. It is arguably the best pitch in the Rugby League. Well, they've got the short kick-off, and they've come up trumps as well. Well, that was unexpected, certainly, as far as the Wolfpack are concerned. And Middlehurst comes up with the ball. The Moors at dummy half. Well, that was impressive.
Impressive start.
Yeah, it caught the Wolfpack cold for sure.
Short kick-off.
And here's Moores, and the ball finds Luke Adamson trying to cut across the line. But the Wolfpack forced to defend early on here. A short kick-off from Poultry. Moores at dummy half, and Rochdale expansion there with Brickhill trying to come into the line and get the ball away. But the Wolfpack here under a bit of pressure in the early stages of this match, and here is, as you would expect, Luke Adamson, played over 100 games for Salford in the Super League. Little kick over to the corner, well, it's fumbled. Is there going to be a try? And it could well be.
It certainly is.
The first try of the match for Earl Hurst. Earl Hurst gets Rochdale on the board inside 4 minutes. Brilliant kick-off, and then a brilliant kick, and the try for Hurst. And would you believe it? Rochdale leads 4-0.
Ah, well played, Rochdale. Right from the kick-off, they've gone short. Took the Wolfpack by surprise, couldn't clean it up, and certainly couldn't clean up the Palfrey kick here. Kay spills the ball, and Hurst just has to get it down in essence to that, and he'll be disappointed, that Liam Kay. But great work from Hurst. There's the fumble, there's the knock-on, there's the wriggle, there's the raggle, and there's the try. Here's Palfrey's kick on the button.
Well, you were talking about Palfrey before. He grew up, didn't he? Tough schooling at Wigan. And he's making a name for himself here, and he's going to attempt the conversion off the touchline. But Earl Hurst with the try for Rochdale. I would imagine most, if not all, those Toronto Wolfpack players stunned behind the post. That looks pretty good from here, and it is in off the post. Well, the perfect start for Palfrey from the kick-off, and with the conversion, and with the kick that created the try. 3 brilliant kicks from the number 6, Lewis Palfrey. One terrific try from Earl Hurst after 70 seconds, and Rochdale leads 6-0.
Yeah. Some great kicking from Palfrey there. Not just goal kicking, but the place kicking that he had. Right from the kick-off, nailed it. Nailed the kick to the corner and nailed his goal kick. Great start for Palfrey.
Well, that's a blow. That is a blow, I think, for Toronto. Gary Wheeler has gone off after just 2 minutes. Now, Wheeler is making his first appearance of the season. He's been suffering from foot and ankle problems. He's been hit hard by injuries, but Whiting's on and Wheeler's off. And you know, Brian was saying that he wanted to see Gary Wheeler out there. Maybe he's come back a bit too soon, I don't know, but he's obviously picked up a recurrence of an injury. That is a blow, as Hurst will run the ball out for Rochdale Hornets. So Wheeler off, Whiting on, Brian.
Yeah, it is a blow. Needs to be assessed as to how badly injured he is, but he's spent a long time trying to get fit to get out there as Gary Wheeler. And unfortunately, his record shows that he doesn't stay out there too long at the moment, so that's disappointing for him and disappointing for everybody else.
So 6-0 in favour of Rochdale. It may be an arm injury, maybe a new injury. That would be awful, because he was trying to stop the try along with Liam Kay, wasn't he? Now here is O'Brien and Kay trying to run the ball out. Liam O'Brien, Gareth O'Brien rather, at dummy half. And then Ryan Briley bringing the ball out.
His first touch in Wolfpack colours for O'Brien. Linking up in the backfield.
Well, there is Gary Wheeler. Looks like his right arm will keep you posted.